Alright guys, well now we're on to Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong's our first heavy that we're going to go over. He's very strong, he's pretty fast for his size. Not quite as quick as Bowser, but for being as large as he does move pretty fast. As far as mobility, I mean, it's okay given his very large size. But some like his up B can't be used to get around very fast or nothing like that. He basically just has like standard movement options, but that's okay because he's pretty heavy, so he's gonna live for a while as long as you're not getting edge guarded. So now let's get into Donkey Kong's aerials. So first up we have his neutral air. His neutral air is pretty good. I find myself, if I'm using Donkey Kong, I find myself trying to pressure shields with this, fast falling, and then spot dodging if I think they're going to react, or if not, I'll just put on extra shield pressure. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a combo breaking tool as well. If I was getting juggled, I could just kind of go like that. And a likely outcome is that my opponent will get hit and I'll just kind of get down for free. But this is also pretty good out of shield. And it's pretty good just as a combo extending tool. If you hit your opponent up, you can hit him with a neutral air and get him off stage. All right. Well, next up we have his. Let's do his back air. Okay, so his back air is his best aerial and probably his best move. As you can see, it's super quick. You can just kind of throw this out as much as you want. It's super safe on shield. It kills at higher percentages and like not even as high as you'd think. Some like 100% at near the ledge, and you get hit by this, you're probably gonna die, which is insane because of how quick it is. I mean, honestly, this is something that you can just spam. It is amazing. Just keep throwing it out there, keep gaining space, and it's gonna be tough for your opponent to deal with it because they can't block it and punish it unless they parry it. So they'll just have to be expecting it. And Donkey Kong has other moves that can mix him up, so overall this move is amazing. It's probably like the center of Donkey Kong's move kit is probably his back air. You edge guard with this a lot. You use it in neutral all the time, like without end. So yeah, amazing move. Onto his up air. His up air is another just fantastic move. It's really good at juggling people and sharking them. The way it hits them, it goes so you can, at lower percents, you can get a follow-up typically, even though I missed it. And at higher percents, it'll just kill, which is really nice. It's a really good kill move. It's massive, as you can see, just by his head moving. It can hit people on the ground falling, which is really nice. And overall, this move is something critical to Donkey Kong's success. And yeah, all right. On to his next one, which is his down air. So his down air, it's okay. You can kind of try to do this like drive-by, but you really don't get that much off of it when you do it like that, just because you don't have, it's hard for you to move out of that position. Your opponent could probably get away, but still pretty good as a mix-up tool. You'll cross their shield up, and they might react, and then you might get some sort of larger punish or a back air or something, if you can imagine that, and just going like that after they grab the wrong direction. So pretty good move, pretty good at edge guarding as well. If your opponent happens to be edge guarding in such a way where they're like falling next to the stage and then hitting their up B somewhere around there, it's gonna be a really good idea to just kind of go like that and not die, obviously, but kind of jump off, throw out that down air, and then go from there. And I failed his recovery twice, so I guess you guys can see where I'm going later on with that. And now onto his forward air. So his forward air is pretty slow. It's decent at edge guarding if you have a read on what your opponent will do, or if you think they're going to jump out of disadvantage, you can read it with this. But it's a tough move to land just in neutral if you're just trying to hit it. Just because it goes really slow. It does have a fair amount of range on it, so it could be safe on shield if you space it properly. But other than that, it's just slow, but it is really strong. As you can see, it goes straight up. You can get a lot of conversions off of it at early percents. So this is kind of like what I mentioned in my Mario video, This is used to read spot dodges. This is the same way with Donkey Kong's forward air. If you think they're gonna spot dodge, this is a really good move to throw out because it'll just beat the spot dodge. It'll hit them because the spot dodge will be over too quickly, and this move lingers, and you'll get a big conversion out of it. So although it's maybe not as good as the rest of Donkey Kong's aerials, I mean it's probably right around as good as his down air, just because his down air is like only situational as well. But his forward air pretty good in some situational places as well, and but overall the moves he's going to be using the most is probably his back air, followed by his neutral air, and then his up air to juggle and finish off kills. Oh, and because it's Donkey Kong, there's actually one more aerial, and that is his aerial down B. I guess I could have put this in the special section. This is something you throw out when you think your opponent's just gonna more or less just be gliding towards stage, and you want to move that you're pretty sure will hit, because as you can see, it lasts for a while. It's a pretty powerful spike. It'll just send your opponents to the depths of hell, just like that Donkey Kong right there. So it's pretty good. Okay, onto his jab, his grab, and his dash attack. So his jab is it's pretty big for how quick it is. Like it's got a good amount of range on it, and it's very quick. I mean, it's not terribly large amounts of range, but it's quick and it has a decent amount of range. So it's pretty good, and as you can see, it actually puts your opponent in a bad position. If they don't react, they can get knocked down. Other than that, you can probably try to find some sort of conversion right after it, just because your opponent's options will be limited. It's a pretty good tool for getting your opponent in disadvantage, because all you have to do is press A and it's very quick and it can hit. So very good overall. Now onto his grab. His grab's not slow, which is nice. I know a lot of heavier characters have issues with slow grabs, and you can get a good amount of conversions off of your throws. His back throw is a kill throw at higher percentages. You can also cargo throw him off the stage for a kill throw, or you can try to go for the like stage spike cheese. I messed up the turnaround there, where you just kind of throw them off the ledge and hope that they don't attack. But I mean, I'm not a fan of doing that. It's just kind of basic stuff. And yeah, so overall you'll probably be using his up throw, and his back throw. His back throw to kill, his up throw just to combo. You'll probably be using those a lot, but the one you'll probably be using the most is his like, I guess his forward throw, but really when he puts you in a cargo position, because then you can throw your opponent up and get combos off of that, or you can run off stage and hope to kill your opponent early with a stage spike or trying to throw him off stage. So overall, Donkey Kong's grab is pretty good. He has a lot of conversions off of it. And on to his next thing, which is his dash attack. And his dash attack is pretty good. As you can see, there's not a lot of lag after you finish it, which is really nice. I mean, it's not going to be safe on shield, but it's pretty close to it. If your opponent's reactions aren't on point, you could probably do this and spam jab right after, and it might hit them. Or you can spot dodge or whatever you'd want to do after that sort of interaction. But it's nice and quick. It's a good burst option because you actually go quicker after you hit it. So your opponent will be trying to hold their own space. This can kind of break right through because it does have a little bit of armor too. So overall, very good. The one thing is like it'd be really nice if it killed as well, but it does not. But it can combo at lower percentages, which is really nice. And it's a good move just to throw out. It's a very good neutral tool. Alright, on to Donkey Kong's tilts. So I guess we'll start with his up tilt. As you can see, it kills at higher percentages. That was a really high percentage though. And then before that, it's just a combo tool, a juggling tool. It leads to up airs and bigger conversions. So, and it's, as you can see, the hitbox is just massive. It's a really good juggling tool, but it's also a pretty good move to just throw out in neutral as an anti-air if the Pikachu is sort of right in Donkey Kong's face trying to throw out aerials. You know how Pikachu players do it. I do it all the time. You can just kind of throw this out, and then they'll be hit in the air, and you can up air them, and they might just die because Donkey Kong is that strong. So overall, his up air is very good, has a lot of range on it, it's quick, and it can combo into death, basically. And now for his forward tilt. So his forward tilt's also a very good neutral tool because you can throw it out, and because of its large range, as you can see, it's a very large move. It is safe on shield, and it's hard to punish a Donkey Kong player for using this. So it's a pretty good neutral tool. This is another thing that just kind of like, it takes a lot of space, takes up a lot of space right where your opponent wants some space. So it's really good for that reason, and it'll lead to knockdowns at percentages a little lower than this, and then you can get bigger conversions out of it. So overall, his forward tilt is very good. And yeah, on to his down tilt. His down tilt is also very good. It's less safe on shield, but at lower percentages, I believe it can two-frame, which is a added benefit. But at lower percentages, this causes opponents to trip, which obviously, tripping puts your opponent in a terrible, terrible position. So you can get a big punish for that, and it might just lead into a large amount of damage, setting up for a kill. So overall, Donkey Kong's tilts, his up tilt, his forward tilt, and his down tilt, they all have very good usages in the neutral game and in the juggling game, and in the combo game. So overall, his tilts are just very good. His smash attacks. So let's start with his up smash. So Donkey Kong's smash attacks, they are on the slower side, but they're like less slow than you'd think, and they're really strong. What is kind of unfortunate here is you see Pikachu's too small. He can't get hit by the up smash just standing next to it. That's really the biggest flaw with this move. It's just like you're not going to be able to hit some characters with it, which is really unfortunate. Unless they're above you, then it works just fine. The move kills really early. It's pretty good when you actually manage to hit it, but against shorter characters, it struggles because you can't hit it right there if you were reading like a neutral get-up as a ledge option. So overall, pretty good, has its usage, but it's not great. And then his forward smash kills very early, and it's a nice move to throw out if you're like dashing back and you pivot and F smash, because this move has a lot of range. And your opponent's probably landing with some sort of aggressive option. That's why you're running away in the first place. So overall, it is useful. It can get you a few early kills, but it's kind of tough to see this used too much. I mean, it should be safe on shield, but it's also a very long move. I'd be very happy if a Donkey Kong player kept throwing this move out, just because I'd go right over the top of him and down air him and combo him to death. So yeah, that's it for his up smash. I mean, his side smash. I already went over his up smash. For his forward smash, and onto his down smash. His down smash, I want to say this is his best smash attack. It does have quite a bit of ending lag, as you can see, but it's not terrible. And it's really good at reading ledge options, like if you think they're going to neutral get up or if you think they're going to roll. This can cover both options, and I think against certain characters, if you space it properly, you can actually get out of the range of their get up attack, and so it'll beat that as well. So they'll have to be jumping from the ledge or choosing a different option, which you can cover on different occasions. So very useful for that. Also, if you're reading a roll behind, this doesn't have a lot of startup, which is really good, which means it's really good for that reason, roll behind. Specifically, if you're not sure if your opponent is going to land in front or behind you, also a good thing to have. You can just hit both sides at the same time. So overall, his down smash I think is pretty good. It's pretty useful. It'll kill early, and yeah. Onto his special attacks. So his grounded up B, it's a decent move to throw out every now and then. As you can see, it does 19% damage grounded when when the Pikachu's right next to me. But it's very risky because, as you can see, when it doesn't hit, you go into that animation where he sort of puts his fist up and smiles at the camera. You can just get smash attacked. You can get absolutely obliterated from that position. I don't know why he's smiling. He can get himself killed. So it's good when you have a read on what your opponent's gonna do. If you think they're gonna throw out a less strong hitbox that this can just go through, it's gonna be very good. Or if you think they're just gonna take up the space around this area, trying to bait out a move from you, it could also kind of break their zone and be used for that, but it should be used very sparingly because it's just super punishable and you can die for using this move on stage just like that. On to his next thing, which is his side B. So his side B grounds people. So with good mashing, that's not confirmed at that percentage, but this is something that can get you very early kills, because your opponent's going to be throwing out tilt attacks or something while you're occupying this space. And rather than try to dash away and do something like that, you can just press side B and your side B will win. You can get a kill for it just like that. It's a really early tool for killing people, as long as they're not amazing at mashing. And even when they are, that you can hit them with a smaller punish and it's still going to be a lot of damage. So overall, this move has a very real purpose in Donkey Kong's move kit. It can when you're reading like less strong options, this is a very good move to go for, because it'll just beat them and ground your opponent. Also demoralize them because they're gonna feel like you just got that for free. So yeah, overall very good for its purpose, and also this does a lot of shield damage. So if you've already been pressuring your opponent with your forward tilts or your down tilts or your falling neutral airs, and your opponent's shield is getting low, if you hit this, the shield will just break, and you've basically just gotten a free kill, unless if your opponent's at 0, because Donkey Kong is just super strong. It's actually kind of ridiculous how strong he is when he can hit you with things like his forward smash or his down smash or his up smash. Like, those moves are just crazy strong. And speaking of crazy strong, we have his neutral B. So this is such a classic move. Then he puts his angry face on and he just he's ready to murder someone. He actually looks scary right now. You can kind of combo into this at lower percentages with like falling neutral air into it right away, and then I'm sure there are other setups. But it's got armor on it, so you can also use it for the same purpose you'd use your side B for. But obviously, this is gonna be better for killing, and it's and you have to set it up more because you have to do the whole winding up process. But this will kill very early. It's a very strong move. As you can see, it does 33% damage when you just land it. So hitting a move like this can really like swing the tides of a game, just because of how strong it is and how much damage it does. But it is something that's decently hard to land. You're probably not going to see more than one of these land in a match from a Donkey Kong player. I mean, if you do, the Donkey Kong players probably won the match. But it's just a hard thing to do. So yeah, overall pretty good. It does seem like his side B and his neutral B have similar purposes in kind of the neutral game or the punish game as well. But overall, it's good to have both. Would it have been better if he had something that like covered more options? Yes, but can't be hard to complain too bad when you're breaking someone's shield at 30% and then killing them with a neutral B right after it or something like that. Alright, onto his down B. This move can like kind of combo. It has a very good hitbox, very big hitbox, but it's not something you want to throw out very often because you're completely vulnerable like above you, and a lot of opponents in this game are going to be jumping a lot and buffering short hops and whatever. They'll just kind of go right over this and hit you. So I don't recommend using this move very much. It can be used decently for ledge trapping, and sometimes you can use it like to combo your opponent up in the air. I mean, regardless, they're going to be put in a bad position, which means you can juggle them and that type of thing. But overall, I don't think you should be using this move very much. But I mean, if you like it, go for it. onto his recovery, his edge guarding, and how easily Donkey Kong gets comboed. So his recovery is absolute garbage. As you can see, it's that up B. His arms can't get hit, but his whole body, like the largest part of his hurt box, like his head and his torso, that's all completely vulnerable. So someone like Pikachu or anyone with a decent spike can get right on top of Donkey Kong. Just hit him with that, and then he's dead because this vertical recovery is garbage. I mean, like right here. Oh wow, he actually made that one back. Like right there, it's done. Like most characters will be able to get back from there unless you're like Little Mac, but Donkey Kong's not able to. It's kind of unfortunate. So that's like Donkey Kong's first really big character flaw, is just the fact that he can't really recover against characters that are good at edge guarding, and that really holds him back as a character. And it's that's the reason I can't really use the characters, because when I beat my opponent in neutral, I want to win the game, or when I beat them in neutral and in punish game and everything else but edge guarding, they can kill me with a simple conversion like that. I just can't live with playing a character like that. But to each their own. He does have a few mix-ups he can use, but overall it's an abysmal recovery, and probably his biggest issue. His edge guarding is actually decent though, because he has this back air. It's kind of absurd. You can throw out so many of those at any given time, and unless the opponent has a character that's really good recovery like Pikachu's, the opponent will probably just die. His neutral air is pretty good for it too. As I mentioned earlier, his forward air could put in some work out here if you're reading a double jump or something like that. His down air if they're going low. Overall, and also his aerial down B. All these are pretty good edge guarding tools. If his recovery was really better, was a lot better, then you'd see Donkey Kong probably is like a premier edge guarder in this game. But unfortunately, he just can't venture out too far because he'll die just like that. And yeah, onto his next big character flaws. He can just get comboed super hard. Characters like Pikachu can just kind of like toss him around in the air, just destroy him, like obliterate him, keep him in the air, not let him get down. I mean, Donkey Kong's can like side B or B reverse or however they want to try to get down, but overall, just a character like Pikachu is just going to be able to combo the crap out of this character, and just over and over until Donkey Kong's at 150, 160%, where Pikachu's up there is going to kill at that point. And it's like, well, I basically negated most of your advantage and kill power, just because I can put out a lot of damage on you before you even have a chance to respond. And yeah, so that kind of closes it up for that segment, and peace. Alright guys, I wanted to share with you the plans for this channel going forward. So basically you're going to see more of these videos where I just kind of look at a character's moveset and what do I think players of that character should be doing in a match against me. And then later on I'll see if I was right by playing like online matches, and once I get a good sample size of that, I'll see, hey, maybe this is what the characters want to do, or maybe I was right all along. So kind of as a consequence of that, you will be seeing some highlights from my stream on here, just because that's where I'm going to get the information from when I make these character assessments later on. So speaking of my stream, come follow me at LiterallyDonate, and yeah, thanks for watching.